Academy Award-winning actor Karl Malden died on Wednesday at his home in California. Best known for his roles in A Streetcar Named Desire, On the Waterfront, and TV's The Street, San Francisco, Karl Malden was 97 years old. Real talent. It is now 7:17. Let's go back to Meredith and Mike Bettis.
And thank you very much. And that's right, Al Roker's taking some time off, so the Weather Channel.
We're back now at 8:11. When Senator Ted Kennedy died last night at his home on Cape Cod, his beloved wife Vicki was by his side. They were married back in 1992, and just weeks after the ceremony, they sat down together with NBC's Jamie Gangel.
They've been married for 2 months. Her name is Victoria Reggie Kennedy. She likes to be called Vicki. She is 38 years old, a lawyer, and a mother of 2 children. She and her family have been longtime Kennedy supporters and friends. But over the years, she never imagined she would end up marrying Senator Edward Kennedy, or that the engagement would become official while they were snorkeling on vacation.
He said, "Look down there." He'd been pointing out fish to me all day, so I thought, well, there'll be some beautiful fish. And I was right. There was this beautiful fish down at a coral head, and I thought, well, I'll go down and see that fish swim. So he said, go down there. Well, as the fish swam away, the ring was sitting there on a coral head. And my heart started pounding, and I picked it up. I don't think he had planned on the fish being there.
If that fish eats that ring.
How did the romance progress? What happened?
You're doing all the talking.
Keep going. My parents were coming over to visit me in Washington for their 40th wedding anniversary, and they said, we're going to invite the commander, because that's what they call him, the commander, from his sailing expertise. I assumed he was going to bring a date. And he walked up to the door, and I teased him, and I said, "What's wrong? Couldn't you get a date?" And, he made some cute little comment, like, "I thought you'd be my date." And
rather nice.
It was very, very sweet. And we just had that banter going on during the evening, and just sort of hung out, and we had a nice time. But again, just as friends, family friends. And the next day he called me up and asked me out to dinner. And I guess the rest is sort of history.
Did you know immediately, Senator?
No, I had known Vicki before, but this is the first time I think I really saw her. And sort of beyond the very obvious features of being a lovely, warm, and attractive, intelligent person, over the period of the weeks and months that followed, I saw these other qualities of caring and loving and sharing, the way she dealt with her children, a person of passion and volatility and explosiveness and joy, but a person of great fun and delight to be with. And then at some time during those weeks, I realized that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her.
How did the 2 of you manage to keep your romance such a secret for so long?
I don't know how it stayed such a secret for so long, because we weren't secretive. As early as October, I guess, at Halloween, Ted trick-or-treated with my children on our street. Certainly everybody on my street knew that he was there. I remember the first neighbor's house we went to, they said, "Oh my God, that fellow has a wonderful Ted Kennedy mask."
You made your first national public appearance, really at the Democratic National Convention after the senator's speech. What were you thinking when you came out and you waved to the crowd?
I was so proud of him. I'm sure I had more butterflies in my stomach before the speech than he did, and I was so proud of him.
Has it been hard for you to adjust to public life?
I'm not a public figure. I don't feel like a public figure, so I don't feel like that's the adjustment. We have a tremendous amount of privacy.
You have young children. How have they adjusted to all this?
Oh, they've adjusted wonderfully. I mean, one of the wonderful qualities that Ted has is his ability to relate to children. They have a terrific friendship and relationship. I feel really, really lucky.
You've gotten pretty lucky, Senator.
I know it, too.
Yeah. I'm the lucky one.
Has it changed your life?
Oh, I think so. I think it's a time of increased, really, security and stability, serenity, and commitment, and joy, and happiness. And I think that that's been probably a factor or force that had been missing. I mean, I never thought I was going to get married. I think the people that I have been very close to have been lost in my life, and I don't think I was ever really prepared to think in those terms again. And Vicki really awakened these feelings, emotions that I think have really been banked in my life, and that I didn't really think probably existed there anymore. So it's been a very extraordinary reawakening and a wonderful wonderful time in my life, our lives.
You're a lawyer, so you know what it means when someone says, with all due respect, it's trouble. So with that warning, with all due respect, he had quite a reputation.
He did?
Don't listen to these press people.
How do you deal with that?
I know the real man. I mean, I think that's the easiest thing. I know how he treats me. I know the respect he has for me. I know the way he treats my children. And I've known him, as we said earlier, as a family friend for so many years. So I have known the real man, but now I really know the real man.
Do you get used to the Ted Kennedy jokes? How do you deal with that?
It goes with the territory. I mean, I've been in public life for a long time, an observer for a long time, and it basically goes with the territory. And you know, I feel like others that if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
And he's pretty good in the kitchen too.
Senator, last year you gave a speech at Harvard in which you apologized, spoke about some mistakes that you made.
I recognize my own shortcomings, the faults in the conduct of my private life. I realize that I alone am responsible for them, and I am the one who must confront them.
Have things changed since then?
Oh, very much so. I mean, that was the past, really, and a recognition that I felt that an explanation to the people of Massachusetts. Those year and a half or 2 years have been very, very difficult. And I think I felt in the state were concerned about my own kind of behavior. I owed them some explanation. I owed them at least a recognition that I understood I was responsible for my own kinds of actions, and a recognition I had to do more about it, and have. That is really the sort of past. I'm in such a different kind of a plateau in my life now, and such a different chapter of my life now, and it's one which I'm enormously both moved by and excited by, and I care very, very much about Vicki and the children.
Is drinking a problem?
No. No, it's not.
You know, you talk about last year being a difficult year. You had Palm Beach, you had the Clarence Thomas hearings, you had the questions about drinking, and you were very low in the polls. This is another with all due respect. Someone cynical might say that you got married for political reasons. Has she helped?
Well, you want this answer?
Yeah, sure.
Of course she's helped. But you know, Vicki knows how much I love her. I have a sense about how much she loves me. My children know what it means for us to be together. Her children have certainly a sense of that. My sisters know. Her family knows. Her mother and father knows. My friends know. And I think the people that see us together are becoming to know that. And that's good enough for me.
You want to answer that?
Oh, I agree. That's good enough for me. I think everybody who's seen us together and people who care about us know that this is the big-time real thing.
And we will be back with much more on a Wednesday morning right after these messages.